Hey guys, Xoranath here with another how to gear and specialize video for you. Today we're going to take a look at the blue or water man-at-arms, which is one of the best control units in the game, also very tanky and bruisery. We're going to start out just taking a look at the abilities, get ourselves oriented with it, then we'll look at the gears and specializations. So for the S1, we have a 70% chance to freeze. It does have this other part, damage increases as target's HP gets worse. You're not going to really notice that all that much, so just know that the S1 has a chance to freeze. S2 puts an escort on an ally, so that's the one where if you attack the escorted ally, then you will take some of the damage and counterattack into whoever attacked. Think of Chandra from Summoner's Warts, the hug. And then also it has the bonus of you're going to give yourself a heal over turn, so you're going to be sustaining yourself. And on top of all that, you get an extra turn. And then S3, very strong attack. So this is an AoE, attack bar reset, and freeze. So it's, you know, super strong control ability here guys. It also does add damage based on HP. And if you're wondering, the damage formula does include both attack and HP here. So that's what it's scaling off of. And then he does have a defense lead. Overall, very good kit. Very, you know, everything's usable here. Okay, so talking about gears, my recommendation for him is a fast bash and revenge set. So that's kind of what we're working off here. But in terms of IVs, I like HP IVs on him. So I think a +5 HP, +5 defense, or +10 HP would be good. I do prefer minus attack on him. He does have Nuker Tree. We're not going down to Nuker Tree. We're going to go down to Sabler Tree on him. So I am making him a little bit tankier. In terms of stats, and I tried to put these kind of sort of where some of the benchmarks are, I think. You want to focus on accuracy. I'd say try to get him at least 100 accuracy. This one, you know, right at 99. Try to give him some more if you can. That way his, you know, he's a control unit, so you want him to have accuracy. Other things, we want to make him tanky, so give him HP, aim for, you know, I think aim for around +20 is good. +30 would be even better, but hard to get to. Defense, you know, give him some defense so he's tanky. +1000 is good on him. Attack, I don't worry about as much attack on him. I use him as a control unit, so, you know, I have less attack. That's one stat I didn't focus on. And then try to make him as fast as you can. He's a control unit. The faster he is, the better he will be. So a very fast bash set is very good on him. I don't focus on crit rate or crit damage on him. Resistance, this one doesn't have a lot. You want more resistance than what I have here, ideally. But, you know, it's kind of hard to give him all of the stats. So, you know, resistance is good on every unit, especially if you're fighting other things that can control you back. You know, so you want to give him as much resistance as you can. For the specific gears down here, I'm running speed, accuracy, and HP on this one. You could do, for this, I think slot 6 is the one where maybe you have some flexibility. You could do either HP, accuracy, or even resistance could work in there if you want to get your resistance that way. For the other gears, I'll just click through these so you guys can see what we were doing here. And a couple of these I might, like, I don't know if I want that crit rate on this. I might do some re-rolling for some things. But like I said, just getting to some benchmarks here so you guys can see what this thing can look like. Like I said, my recommendation is Bash Revenge. I think the S1 Revenge Freeze is very good. And the AoE that he does can freeze, and if you can get that extra chance to stun, all the better. Same thing with the, you know, the S1. You have the chance to freeze, and then if you're hitting things that hit your escort target, then you can freeze them, you can stun them. Just a very, very strong control kit with this setup. Other things that you could run him on Swift if you want. If you want him to just be very fast and have that reset, I think that's fine. Echo could be interesting for, like, just having that extra chance of proc. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about a lot of these other ones because I really think Bash is, that's my recommendation. Like, you could try some of these other things, but I don't think they're going to be as good. The 2 sets, you could swap out the Revenge for, whatever 2 set's going to help you. So, like, you could have some extra life. You could put Zeal on him for the, immunity. Faith could be okay. And let's see what else we got. Focus would be good. I'd be okay if you showed me one with Bash Focus. I would be okay with that. Something like that, guys. Let's go talk about the specialization tree. So for the spec tree, like I said, he has access to Disabler and Nuker. We're going down to Disabler tree for this video. I think that's probably a lot better for him. I use him as a control unit. Row 1, we have aim, get that accuracy. Row 2, we want the effect accuracy when applying our freeze, so take domination. Stasis, our S3 decreases action bar, so that's going to give us extra effect accuracy. Skip this next row, it's all about damage. 3 points in feedback, so if they resist it, we're going to get more effect accuracy. Trap, so our effect activation rate, which remember is different than effect accuracy, so this is going to increase 2% for freeze. So for us, right, it doesn't help our S3 because it has a 100% activation rate, but our S1 only has a 70% activation rate, so that will help slightly increase the odds of landing the S1 freeze. Go down here, so we are going to be putting stuns and freezes and probably paired with other units that do that, so whenever one of those things makes the enemy lose a turn, we're going to get faster and it'll help us cycle even more. And then Flow, I like Flow because he is kind of a bruisery unit. So as we apply debuffs, our defense, which is our higher stat, is going to increase. So we're going to get faster, we're going to get tankier and harder to kill. So those are my recommendations for the Disabler tree. I will just quickly talk about these other ones here. So base attack, like I said, we're not really focused on damage as much, so I'm not as worried about it. Base attack. Effect accuracy increases when they're below half. We want to be using the S3 more when the action bar is above half, so this is fine. It's just less good than some of the other things. Damage increase. We're not focused on damage, so like I said, we're skipping some of these damage ones. We don't do the taunt or provoke, so we don't really care about that as much. We don't do bombs, don't care about that. This one, you could do this one. When your skills are off cooldown, you're going to get increased effect accuracy and damage. That one's fine. If you want that one, go ahead and put some points in it. And we already push back attack bar 100%, so exhaust is not going to be helpful for us. Yeah, so there you guys go. That's how I recommend you gear and specialize the Blue Man at Arms. Alright guys, so one of the more meta teams that you can use for the Blue Man at Arms is just a standard control team here for Red Specialist Lead and a Dark Nurse. And it's designed to just be a fast control team. So you can go in, reset everyone's attack bar and freeze them. Do some more pushbacks and stuns and increase cooldown. Just a very, very strong control team here. And this one, even has Oblivion to deal with annoying things like nurses, things like that. And you have the option of the escort for whoever's going to be taking damage. So we can put this over here. I should have done the S3 there. I'm just clicking too fast. But you guys get the idea with what this team looks like. Now I'll do the reset here. So the idea is just to keep resetting attack bar, and then I like to use the S2 as a cycling ability, so it's going to help us get to our S3 faster. So I like to do the S3 first and then do the S2, so that way we can get it back even faster. And we'll just play this one out here. just want you guys to see one way that you can utilize the blue man-at-arms here. And you can see we're just unloading all kinds of debuffs and stuns and all that good stuff. Can we kill? Nope, got a glancing. Not too much else to really know about the man-at-arms here, other than I do recommend, especially if you guys haven't built this thing yet, definitely do it. It's also a very good unit for a lot of PvE content for Tunnel. Great unit you guys can bring into that. Yeah. All right, guys, there you go. That was how to specialize and build the blue man-at-arms, and also got to see a little bit of a comp on how to use him. So, let me know if you guys like this video. Subscribe if you guys haven't. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.